if you have any questions, you can think about it now, or you have any thoughts and feelings that you would like to share with us, please feel free to. Also, if you can make your way down towards the stage if you are more comfortable. Thank you for joining us today. We can start our dialogue now. Has any questions you would like to ask the choreographers or the dancers here?
Hi, my name is Mrs. Uma Shalom. So I don't understand Chinese, but I enjoyed your show very much. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. We more or less got the gist of the story lah. I mean, because one of my friend's daughter, my friend is also performing Jillian. So she explained to me some parts of it. So we got the story, but all the dancers were so fantastic. Even though we don't understand the language, we really, really enjoyed the show. I would like to congratulate you for the wonderful.
Thank you. Does anyone has any questions? Okay, maybe let me start the ball rolling. Maybe I can ask Wee Lin, our president of NAS Chinese Dance. Maybe can you share with us why do you pick such a special topic on Rochor?
Okay, so when we started off, NUS Chinese Dance have not touched on any topic regarding Singapore, any Singapore-based issue. So we were thinking to do something about the social issues of Singapore. But we found that it was a rather broad topic, so we started looking at newspapers. Then we came across this article regarding the demolition of Rochor, and we felt that this topic is really unique, and we want to present this story of Rochor to the audience through dance, which is a very unique way, and it's also to commemorate Rochor. And yeah, it's like a tribute to this place.
Thank you. Anyone has any questions? Do not be shy. Maybe can some choreographers share on your choreographic process? Maybe Wei Hong, would you like to share?
Hello. Actually, it was pretty simple. It isn't that complicated. So I went down to the site a few times. So I was looking out for things that caught my eye when I was there for the few times. And at the start of my item, there was a church bell thingy, and that was because there was a church right beside Rochor Center. And if you read the synopsis, and then you realize that I'm actually talking about two different places that is actually quite near each other, and they have pretty significant value, I would say. So the other place I was talking about actually was Sungai Road. There's a thieves market right opposite the river. You should take some time off to go and visit the place. Yeah. So both the location was actually the inspiration for the piece. Yeah.
Okay, Afen, would you like to share? Since yours is the longest piece we have for the show.
Yeah, 15 minutes. Okay, for me, I started looking for people who actually live in Rochor Center, and I found two friends. One is my friend, one is my cousin actually. So I asked them anything interesting. Initially, my idea was to do a love story because there wasn't a love story. Then like something like 向左走向右走, so maybe 2 blocks, then they cannot find each other, they always miss each other, something like that. Then after I confirm one person, so I met her. Then she gave a much nicer story about her mom. She liked Teochew opera. Then, so from then on, I built my item around the Teochew opera, and also there was a bit of the love story because she did meet the husband there at Rochor. And yeah, so this was my whole inspiration for my piece. I hope you caught the most of it. Thank you.
Anyone has any questions? Anyone? Otherwise, maybe you can have the dancers to share a bit on the process. Maybe Taiwan.
Okay. So this production is more is done by the alumni, choreographers, and also some of the undergraduate students. So they are new at it also. So they do during the entire process of choreoing and also like looking for the costumes and just setting up the whole item itself. It's not just, they do take in our feedback as dancers on how to improve the item. So it's really like a teamwork, a group effort, and I think everyone enjoyed the process very much. Yeah.
Jessica, would you like to share?
I may be speaking on behalf of the choreographers, but I think something that was more difficult or something that we found a challenge in the process of choreographing and acting out was that, firstly, as dancers, you know, we aren't the actual people who stay there, so sometimes it was a bit difficult to get into character, especially like for Scott, one of the dancers was dancing the old man, that kind of stuff. And for the choreographers side, I think it was probably difficult for them to try and translate certain ideas they have into very concrete dance moves or formation. So I think kudos to the choreographers for doing that so well.
Anyone has any questions or thoughts or feelings that you would like to share?
Hi. Okay, so actually, for my question is really simple because this whole production actually revolves around Singapore's heritage. And at one of the production, it actually mentioned that the government keep on demolishing old Singapore heritage buildings and museums or whatsoever. Rochor is also one of them. So actually, I want to ask mainly the choreographers, like, what would you like the audience to take away from this show? Is it to let them raise awareness to protect more of Singapore's heritage, or maybe is it just to let them have an inside view to the Singapore history? Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Michael, would you like to share on this?
Sorry, I'm having a sore throat. Essentially, I think among all the pieces, my piece is the only one that touches on the history, sort of like bring you from past years to the current. But what happened in my case is that I don't think we started off like wanting to remind people of heritage or whatever, right? It's essentially like what our president said, how we come up with the roadshow topic, and once we have the topic, all the choreographers, we sort of like find our own way to come up with a voice, to tell a story that's related to Rochor. So some of my friends actually went to do interviews and all that, but in my case, I was doing more of online research, was reading through the past reports about Rochor, and as a choreographer, usually I'm more inspired by music, so I really had that piece of music in mind, thinking of how to use it. Then suddenly I read through all these various bits and pieces of the Rochor's history, which I thought this music might blend in to bring in the different aspects. That's my case.
Thank you. Anyone would like to comment on the question? Or you're okay since your item is based on your observations at Rochor Centre, right? Maybe would you like to share?
Okay, so the question is whether it is to raise awareness about heritage, right? I think whether the government is going to demolish it or not is inevitable. It's not up to us to decide. But at the same time, okay, my piece is mainly I went there and then, you know, you see people, old people standing around, and then they look like they're at home, and then you realize that each of them has a personal story, and then so you realize that actually a place has a lot of value in terms of history, whether is it personal or, you know, national. You kind of, maybe a war happened there or something, that kind of history. So yes, it may be demolished, but then I hope that we would, as a whole, the audience, will be able to we will gain awareness that actually these places, they are of value, although maybe the value is not as obvious as like, you know, not, it doesn't come in terms of monetary form. Yeah.
I hope they answer your question. Any other questions? In that case, then I guess we shall end the dialogue now. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you at our next production.
Thank you, bye.
Have a good night.
Sayonara.